Hi y'all, it's Kimberly here. Thank you for coming to my channel. I've got 3 ulcers on my tongue, 1 under my tongue and 2 on my tongue, so I may kind of pronounce some of the words a little differently. It's very, very painful. Unfortunately, the actress Anne Heche has passed away. She was 53 years old. She, approximately 1 week ago, she was involved in a car accident. And she was seen recklessly speeding down a Mar Vista neighborhood in Los Angeles. And initially, she crashed into a garage at I believe it was a retirement type of community. And the residents there tried to get her to get out of the car, and she refused. I believe there was a Ring door cam video showing her speeding down the streets, and then there was, I believe, like somebody had their phone out taking a video of when she had crashed into the garage, and she was refusing to get out, and it showed her recklessly, backing up and just speeding off from that accident. And a couple blocks away from that accident, she crashed into another house, which set the house on fire, and it also engulfed her car. She was driving a Mini Cooper, and engulfed the car in flames. And she was trapped in that car for, I believe, around 45 minutes. They had to free her from the car, and she was severely burned. She also suffered smoke inhalation, which is very serious, and she ended up with an anoxic brain injury from the smoke inhalation, which means her brain got no oxygen at all, cut off all of her oxygen because most likely from the smoke inhalation. And I've had smoke inhalation before, and it is very, you don't really realize how bad it is, and as it gets progressively worse. And sometimes you may think there's nothing wrong, maybe you just got a little cough or something, but it can be very, very, very bad, and it can build up to much worse. And the occupant of the house escaped, I believe, with not serious injuries. She was not injured seriously. She also had a dog, I believe, or a pet, that they both escaped, and thank goodness that nobody was harmed worse. And on Thursday night, she was declared brain dead. Anne Heche was. And she was kept on life support. Her heart was still beating because she was going to be an organ donor. So the doctors kept her on life support, which I believe, that's a very noble thing that she was doing when you sign the back of your driver's license to be a organ donor. That's a very noble thing. You will help other people live. You never know what's happening. Somebody in the same hospital could need a heart, somebody could need kidneys, somebody could need, they can even harvest your skin for burn therapy, which she had. It didn't say how much burn percentage that she had, but doing that, I'm an organ donor, and I really do advocate for that. That is a very noble thing to do. And if you don't know who Anne Heche is, she was on, I believe, Dancing with the Stars last year. I didn't watch it, but I remember she was on there. I remember hearing that she was on there. She was also in a lot of movies. She was a very well-known actress. She was in Donnie Brasco, Volcano, Wag the Dog, 6 Days, 7 Nights with Harrison Ford, which I saw that movie, and it was very funny. She's a very funny actress. Very, very, very funny actress. I Know What You Did Last Summer. She was also, she started out as a teenage actress on a soap opera called Another World, and she won a Daytime Emmy for that in 1991. She also was nominated for a Primetime Emmy and a Tony Award for some of her other work. So she was a really well-known and really box office type star. She had not been in a lot of large movies for quite some time. She was doing a podcast, and she still was acting. She still did, I believe she was doing a series Men in Trees or something like that. I'm not sure if it's on HBO or something. I've never seen it, but I do remember hearing something about that. And she was also in a very high profile relationship with Ellen DeGeneres. And this was more than 20 years ago, when it was not so common to be openly gay or lesbian. And she was her and Ellen DeGeneres came out very open and very public, in a very public way, I should say. And she kind of was one of the first very open, her and Ellen DeGeneres were one of the very first very open public couples, lesbian gay couples. And she also had a rough childhood. She wrote a book called Call Me Crazy. She detailed a bunch of information about her mental health struggles, and she was known to be having mental health struggles. She talked about it. She was pretty open about that also. She did have an incident. I can't remember exactly how long ago it was. It was, I want to say, like a decade. I can't really remember, but she knocked on somebody's door and asked to take a shower, and the lady that lived there let her take a shower at the house, and she was allegedly under the influence of something. And LAPD obtained a warrant to take a blood draw for her for this accident, of which they did do, and they got the results on Thursday, which were positive for narcotics, which allegedly I'd seen some reports that it was cocaine. I'm not sure if that's completely verified or not, but this is just a so sad incident, because she did have two children. She had a 20-year-old son named Homer and a teenage boy named Atlas, and she had them with two other men. They weren't from the same father. She also dated men. She did date an actor, Thomas Jane, and several other actors too. And this is just heartbreaking, because her son, her 20-year-old son, today made a statement saying that his mother had passed away, and making a very heartfelt statement, about just what a light she was in his life. And, a lot of people have been speaking out about just their experience of being around her and how they felt about her. And Alec Baldwin had worked with her years ago, and he made a statement, I believe the very first day when she was in the hospital, expected to survive. And a lot of people were giving him a lot of backlash for making what I felt was a statement, just hoping that she would survive, and that he was praising her friendship and her, just him knowing her. If anybody is in an accident like this, a serious accident, you have a right to have those feelings and express them. And he did. I believe he put it on Twitter, on his Twitter page, and he got a lot of backlash because she was speeding down a street, crashed into a house, or a garage, drove off, and then crashed into another house. And people did kind of come back at him for doing that, because they were concerned about the woman that lived in the house that was crashed into. That house was totaled. It's a total loss. And the lady ended up losing everything she owned. And I believe a GoFundMe was set up for this woman. And I think he got a little bit... I think the reaction was a little too harsh on him, because that was his friend. Anne Heche was his friend. And he was just expressing, sorrow that this had happened. And now that she has passed away, many people are giving their condolences and talking about, the relationship they how well they have known her, how they may have had with her. And I think people have kind of pulled back a little bit on the treatment that Alec Baldwin has been receiving. So for her sons, this is a horribly, horribly sad situation, and my heart goes out to them. They're so young, and losing a parent at that age has got to be one of the scariest, most intense things that you'll ever go through in your young life. And wishing them the best and hoping that they do come out of this struggle with a lot of strength and a lot of support from people around them. And hopefully she will be a memory for them that they will treasure, that they will always look back on her fondly. And I really liked her as an actress. She was very pretty. And I really enjoyed a lot of the movies that she was in. And, well, thank you all, and I'll see you later. Thank you.